mental calculations beyond your GC position to be made for the riders. They could do without having to make too many mental calculations, because this is very physically demanding. Not too much mental capacity left for doing anything except powering on the pedals, and Niemiec doesn't look as if he's able to respond to this one.
No, he doesn't. Well, he still might have a little bit left, but I think he's spent an awful lot of energy here.
Well, he has to parcel this one out. He has to think about it. He's looking for Kosovoy to come back up. It's Caja Bilbao who has managed to wrest clear of the Polish rider from Team Lampre. 16 seconds in arrears heading into today's stage, and it's
there's just a little bit of a descent here now for about a couple of 100 meters, 3% descent, and then we'll start climbing back up again.
Well, I don't know what Niemiec is talking about. There's pretty much no point in having a conversation, really, is there?
Well, there isn't, but at the same time, like I just said, these guys are now in a position where they could have 1, 2, 3 on GC, but if they wait for the group behind them to catch them now, then all of a sudden they're finding themselves with only one leader. If that leader has a bit of an issue, then all of a sudden this major advantage that they're sitting with here now is not so good anymore.
Well, 16 seconds is the advantage for Caja Bilbao up front, and he's looking like he's racing to glory, not just stage honours, but also perhaps the overall leader's jersey. Niemiec tries to implore the two Caja Rural teammates to at least ride enough to stay off the front of the chasing riders behind, but that's a difficult balancing act, and the most important consideration, I think, for Caja Rural is to make sure that they have their race leader now. 19 seconds to the good, 1,500 meters to go. The gradient will start to ease with about 1,000 kilometers left. As what a wonderful effort.
Bad move.
Yeah, and great and absolutely perfect decision to go straight past for Stalnov of the Astana City squad. Dragged the rest of the group back into contention, and now at least Niemiec has a little bit of assistance. But 21 seconds with 1,300 meters left, it's going to be difficult.
Well, it's going to be difficult, but what a move this is from the Astana City rider.
Racing himself to glory, racing himself into contention in the Presidential Tour of Turkey. The Kazakh rider Nikita Stalnov is in between the leader, Caja Bilbao, Caja Rural, and the rest of the lead group, which is pretty much back together. But
Bilbao is tying up here as well. He's certainly slowing down quite a bit.
Kosovoy is now back on the front of the group, trying to do a job for chasing this one down for Niemiec. Schmidt is struggling, and he's been distanced, the CCC rider in orange.
I think Caja Rural have just messed this up quite dramatically.
Well, if he doesn't hang on, it's not going to look good. And I tell you what, with the numbers that they had in the group, it really was a massive opportunity for them. But it's a good job that's been done by Caja Bilbao, who's a good sprinter in his own right, good climber. He's a good all-round bike rider, and he is racing to glory on stage 2. Will he manage to hang on? The Spanish rider, 26 years of age, in the Basque region. Won a stage in this race 12 months ago, remember. Managed to outlast Miguel Angel Lopez of the Astana World Tour squad on that occasion. Could it be stage honours once more, and with it a spell in the leader's jerseys over the worst of this climb? Surely he's got what it takes to hang on for stage honours, but will it be the jersey? Well, it's still going up, it's just not going up by quite as much as it was. Stalnov has been retained by the rest of the lead group. Kosovoy is doing a solid job, and Bilbao just wants this one to be over. The severe headwind into the finishing straight. Caja Rural with numbers to try and mop up the minor placings. Niemiec thinking about retaining his jersey. He's got his teammate Kosovoy from Belarus grinding into that headwind. And all these riders are pretty much out on their feet. It's been an epic day in the saddle in the Tour of Turkey, and hanging on for victory. Caja Bilbao, what an epic performance. What a wonderful effort from the Caja Rural squad. They're going to get stage victory, but will they hang on for the jersey? Kosovoy is pushing for the line, and we've got the one rider from Uniura. Willier is going for it. Could well be Mauro Finetto, as Caja Bilbao celebrates victory on stage 2, and will it be a Caja Rural 1-2, as they certainly convinced all day long. What an effort from the Caja Rural squad, confirming their superiority with a 1-2 finish. but I'm not sure he had quite enough to hang on for the overall lead of the race. Was it enough? Was that effort from Koshavoy just enough to keep Niemiec into the leader's jersey? Well, it has been a wonderful day of racing as the celebrations continue between Gonçalves and Pello Bilbao. Gonçalves, who went into today's stage as second overall, could well have retained that position as well.